Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do our reading for October 1st through the 7th. We're going to shuffle one more time here and then we're going to get started. Just like last week, we're going to pull a card for each day of the week. And I'm going Sunday through Saturday. I don't know, that's just the easiest calendar way for me. So if it seems a little confusing, I'm sorry. We're going Sunday through Saturday. Alright, we got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Wow, okay, so right off the bat we got a lot of reversals here, and we have 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards. So, alright, so right off the bat, Sunday, we're going to start with the Queen of Cups here. Queen of Cups is someone who's very connected with their emotions. Queen of Cups is, you know, they say still waters run deep, and you can see that you got this water flowing from her feet here. In fact, her skirt here kind of looks like a beautiful flowing waterfall, and she's holding this trophy. The Queen of Cups knows that her real power is based upon her ability to connect with her emotions and allowing them to flow as opposed to trying to block them up. You know, she understands that emotions have their place, and you can't, you know, expect a river to flow an exact way. You know, you allow it to flow on its own, because the more that you try to stop it, the more that you try to mess with it, the more that it's going to just find a way around it anyway. She knows that nothing can stop her, and that no matter what, she's going to get to where it is that she's going. With that is her mastery of these emotional depths. Yeah, so Sunday, connecting with your emotions. Find some time to, you know, maybe journal, or really, maybe you'll have an experience that kind of affirms this emotional depth and these feelings, this depth that you experience. Moving on to Monday here, we have the Page of Swords. So Monday, it looks like we're going to be doing some decision making. Pages are messenger cards, so someone might be bringing in a message that you have to decide on, that you have to be quick and decisive about. This Page of Swords here, you know, has all these clouds around their head, but they're holding their sword, and it kind of almost looks like they're not quite in a battle stance. They're in kind of a relaxed position. So even though they are having to make this decision and bringing in this with you, try not to get too caught up in the clouds here. This is meant to represent our cutting through the mental clarity, not allowing ourselves to get caught up in these clouds or these ideas of, you know, what if. Page of Swords Monday, being decisive, allowing and trusting that we know where we want to go and that we all together will make the right decision. Tuesday, we have the Chariot in reverse. So Tuesday, it's kind of like we're starting to feel, you know, a little bit tired. The Chariot in the upright is a card that moves really, really fast in one direction, and they're go, go, go. So Chariot in reverse is you pulling away from that, you know, overdrive energy and really starting to kind of slow things down, you know, pulling back the reins, if you will, and allowing yourself to not get too caught up in the, you know, the desire from Monday. You know, Monday is that quick and decisive action without the mental blockage, really. And the Chariot is, I feel like it's a hesitation. Monday we have that decision, and Tuesday it's kind of like you're hesitating and pulling back the reins. Maybe you're reevaluating the decision. You're kind of pulling back, like, wait, is this truly what I want? Wednesday we have the Sun in reverse. So for some of you, could mean rain, but the Sun really talks about our happiness, our natural glow, the love of life that we have. And so Wednesday, I feel like we're kind of, you know, pulling away from it, if you will, or we kind of got some of these clouds going on from that Page of Swords on Monday. Kind of still feeling that cloudiness, or I almost feel like this is like you from the outside looking in. So maybe on Wednesday, you had agreed to meet up with some friends and now you're not really feeling it. This decisiveness and emotional depth and decision you had on Monday kind of leads you to feeling like it's been taken out of you a little bit on Wednesday. And I feel like that's kind of further into Thursday here with that 3 of Wands in reverse. Wands are our motivation, things that drive us, the natural fire that we have of creation. 3 of Wands is decisive action. Yeah, 3 of Wands in reverse. I feel like you're kind of in the space of trying to force yourself to create, force yourself to connect with, this building and this fire here. An important thing to keep in mind is that you can't pour from an empty cup. I feel like there's more that we need to know about that Thursday card here. Kind of getting some muddled energy. Spirit, can I have a card for Thursday? Nine of Wands. Okay. It's interesting that these are both Wands cards to me, because this, I kind of feel like, affirms that this is a feeling or a situation. This could be about business. This could be about you following your passions or attempting to move forward and create from these places. You could be creating a new business. You could be creating a new idea. I don't see this so much being as a relationship thing. I see this as a work-related thing, is really what I'm getting. So this pertains to your workplace or the work that you do, not necessarily your workplace, but the work that you're trying to do. 9 of Wands here, this is a person who is building up their defenses. They're building up their borders from this place of, being hurt in the past. So I feel like you're hesitating here to connect with your decisive action to move forward because you're still behind the walls and not hurting necessarily, but you're still behind these walls that you've built up for yourself in the past. You're still coming at it from this place of, I want to stay in my comfort zone. I want to stay behind my defenses that I've built for myself. And I don't really want to, venture out of my safe zone, because when I do that, when I take up this mantle here, when I take up this thing and start trying to move forward, I'm outside of my safe space that I've built for myself. Thursday, I feel like you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. You're going to have to accept that, the decisive action that you took Monday and, this connection that you built for yourself at the beginning of the week is part of influencing yourself to actually follow through with it. Like getting outside your safe zone and moving with the energy, flowing with it naturally, even when you're not necessarily feeling as motivated as you were before. We can make decisions for ourselves from these places of idealism for what we should be doing without necessarily connecting with what it is that we want to do. And then when we do that, we have this lack of motivation, this lack of created energy. We're pouring from a cup that we didn't fill before we got started. Kind of made this decision here, moved forward, didn't feel like following through with it, or didn't feel motivated to follow through with it. And in part, it's because we're coming to terms with what it is that we're afraid of. Friday, we got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune is all about things taking a turn, things changing. The wheel here is always moving. So we have these natural ups and downs, natural cycles in our life. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I feel like that Friday, we're all going to kind of be pulling back a little bit from these, I don't want to say negative experiences, because even negative experiences can have positive impacts on our life. I feel like from this inspiration earlier on in the week, we're kind of getting to this point on Friday where we realize and have accepted that, are having difficulty accepting, I should say, that things have changed, that things that we decided or thought should be better for ourselves aren't necessarily aligned with what we're actually feeling or that we're actually capable of doing. I think a lot of times we can kind of get stuck in this headspace of what we should be doing without actually being realistic about what it is that we can do at this time. We live in a society nowadays that values constant momentum and seems to think that when you're in these stuck places that it's a bad thing. And it's not a bad thing to be in this place of lowered momentum, but it's something that we have to actually honor as opposed to just trying to change it. Because if we're always just trying to change it, we're not respecting the fact that life moves in these ups and downs, in these waves. We can't always be stuck in go, 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 create, 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 because if we are, we run the risk of burning out. And so, yeah, I feel like a lot of this week is just us coming to terms with what we can and can't do and being realistic with how we're feeling and what we need. Ending the week Saturday on the 7 of Wands in reverse. And I feel like this really is well represented by the rest of this week. It's us lowering our defenses. In the upright, you see that this person is standing on this hill and defending their position, standing by by their convictions, fighting all these things around us. And I feel like with the 7 of Wands in reverse, we're kind of choosing to lay down our arms a little bit. We're choosing to take a step back from this defensive position and really reevaluating our position, recognizing the response that we're receiving, our lack of motivation, our lack of momentum, and understanding that even that has its place, and it's to let us know that something isn't right in the system and that we need to step back and reevaluate, because who wants to spend their time, defending or dying on a hill that they don't even really care about? I think it's not that you don't care about it. You have to care about it a little bit to kind of fight for it like this, but understanding that, picking your battles. All right, I want to pull one last card here for the week. I just want to get one card from this deck here. This is my favorite deck. This is The Universe Has Your Back by Gabrielle Bernstein. And this deck, I just love it. I love all these little messages, and the artwork is beautiful. So we were given 2 cards here. We're going to read these 2 cards, and this is going to be things to know about our week, messages we need to hear for the week ahead. So the first card here is, my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. And the second card we got here was, attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. You can't force your own happiness. You have to have faith. You have to allow it to move freely. And then this one, attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Yeah, if you're feeling separated, if you're feeling disconnected from your happiness or from your decisiveness, it's a call for help from your life. It's stuff that you need to pay attention to, because if you don't know it's there, you can't go and fix it. I really feel like this is a good week ahead. A lot of learning, a lot of knowledge here, a lot of things that we got to really pay attention to and honor. Anyway, thanks for being here, and enjoy the rest of your week.